From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia Tech's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Caught in the backfield, it's Rutherford. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They've got the screen set up. Got room at the 35. Across the 40 outbound at the 41. And a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
3rd and short, I don't mind the play call. Running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready, got the big stop, forces the 4th down.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Offense in a split backfield. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. It's a running room. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it on the counter. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
With the catch, it's Copeland. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride Davis here. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Off play action. On the move to his left. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Not often does a game in week 0 end up setting the tone for a season the way it did last year when Georgia Tech and Florida State met in Dublin. Man, were we fooled. FSU, preseason playoff contender, and Georgia Tech. I tell you what, they were paying to everybody all year.
They sure were, and they took that opportunity in Dublin, Ireland to make a statement. Everybody was talking about Florida State. Could they get to the national championship? And it was Brent Key getting his team fired up, ready to go. They came out and they ran all over Florida State.
And I don't think Florida State has recovered since. I mean, the season was an absolute disaster. This was the team that kind of started that off. So let's see if they can start off on a better foot.
The Noles with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Gets the back moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this deep.
He's loose on the right. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
That's caught. It's Rutherford. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Davis. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. The short hands. It's White. At the 45 on its way. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Davis.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Finds his man. It's McCoy. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Working that left side now. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
To the air, it's King. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise, we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The give on the option. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Caught in the backfield, it's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Noles will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Nice move to pick up yardage. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And it's no good. He missed it. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. The give to the tailback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Steps away. Finding an escape route. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On the run, it's Haynes. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He'll do it himself. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice.
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Find some fresh air. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Creates a little space. Flying down the left side. Inside. Touchdown Seminoles. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UTSA has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick six, but he'll be stopped at the 31. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Rides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Looking to take a shot. Got it! Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
He's loose. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams...